There are many ways to describe or use the word charming in the English language. As an adjective, it can be used to describe something very pleasant or attractive. Some of its synonyms are engaging, winsome, appealing, and charismatic. It can also be used in the context of, oh, he's very charming, but I wouldn't trust him. But which of these descriptions best describes Lovish, the newest game from Labs Works and Matt Cap? It could be a little bit of all of them. Lovish is a tale as old as time itself. Sir Solomon and friends go on a quest to rescue Princess Suna from a devil lord. But unlike classic video game tropes of yesteryear, Sir Solomon is a capable but very insecure little knight. He ditches his companions for fear that Suna will prefer them to his exclusive company. This one act sets the tone for Lovish before you even have traversed the first dungeon. To rescue Princess Suna, you have to complete a series of rooms or dungeons to progress to the next level on your way to the castle summit. This is done via precise platform jumping, monster slaying, and trap evasion. There are 7 separate sections with a boss battle at the end of each. Even though Solomon looks tough in his shield and armor, these are for aesthetics only. Solomon, much like his ego, is pretty fragile. One spike pierce or monster graze, and that's it for our precious hero. This is measured in the heart system at the top of the screen. Although you can go into the negatives with these, I have a very strong feeling that this will affect the outcome of the game overall. I have only completed the game once as I write this review, but I don't want to spoil anything for you, dear listener. You collect coins to buy items and power-ups to help you on your journey from the very helpful shopkeepers you meet on your way. There are also crowns to collect to unlock doors in the crown room, which I imagine store all kinds of lovely treasure. You can collect 3 different types of crowns. There are secret ones which are hidden randomly in the level, peace crowns that are gained by completing the room without killing any enemies, and a time crown for completing the level in an allotted time. What makes this game unique are the random scenarios and cutscenes that appear once you have completed a room. The first thing you will notice is that they are very charming. The definition of charming being pleasant and attractive in this sense. I'm always very dubious when a review claims that a game is funny, because humour can be a very subjective thing. But trust me when I say that it really is hilarious and very well written. Even when it screws you over, you will probably laugh out loud when it does it. The only time it is not so amusing is when you have wasted a lot of hearts on a particularly problematic dungeon and the following cutscene says, "Nah mate, do it again, lol." Not sure if this is a deliberate design choice by the devs, but if it is, then I salute you for the gentle poking of the beast. Well played. Speaking of deliberate choices, I found that every time I put my Switch into sleep mode and reloaded the game, there was no sound. I had to go into the options and turn the sound effects and music back up. I think this is Matt Cap messing with us. If anyone can confirm or deny this, please let me know in the comments. Controls are very tight, with Solomon being very agile and capable for the most part. Platforming requires you to be very precise. This sometimes involves you having to stand over the edge of a platform to reach the next platform you are jumping to, often grazing your head on the overhead obstacle to succeed. Turning around on the spot sometimes feels careless as you move slightly when you do this, like standing on an icy ledge. Dashing into walls will also reset your dash, and this is essential for traversing certain sections to get those sweet crowns. So long as you understand the mechanics of the game, the rest is down to your patience and ultimately skill. You also have to be mindful that it is virtually impossible to acquire some crowns in certain dungeons. You may have to get a certain power up to reach them, which is currently unaffordable or unavailable to you. Don't burn through too many hearts. The gameplay is fast, frenetic, and always fun, even in the face of seemingly unobtainable freedom from the stage. I will say though, if you are playing when you are tired and making sloppy mistakes, it's probably best you put the game down and come back when you are more alert. Those hearts soon disappear. Visually, it looks wonderful. If you love the 8-bit style, then it is perfect. The enemy designs are adorable, the colour palette is just great, and it has all been designed just beautifully. The bosses at the end of every section are very cute, often reminiscent of something you would come across in Wonder Boy and Monsterland. Don't underestimate them though. You need to be paying attention to best them. Of course, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but if you love pixel art and this particular aesthetic, then there is no doubt that it is definitely rad. Audio-wise, as you would expect, it is an 8-bit chiptune soundtrack. Lots of earworms here to burrow into your subconscious. There are different songs for each sections and boss encounters, and the sound effects are great too. Nothing too groundbreaking there, but they are well produced and fitting the 8-bit style very well indeed. I picked up Lovish on the eShop for $13.99. As far as I know, there are no plans for a physical version of the game. If they were to release a physical version of this in the future for double the price, I would definitely buy it again to support the devs and preserve it forever. If you are good at the game, you could potentially whiz through this in maybe an hour. However, you would not necessarily get everything you need in one run to 100% the game. To get all of the peace crowns, time crowns, all of the items, and see all of the cutscenes, it will take you a few runs, I would imagine. This is a great pick up and play title for when you want to get your synapses firing and get some of that sweet dopamine. Be careful though, if you are on the clock, it is hard to put down. I would love to see a speedrun hitting all of these markers and find out what's behind the crown doors without googling it on Yahoo. The sheer enjoyment I am getting from the game makes this an absolutely essential purchase for me. This is my game of 2026 so far. I'm so glad I picked it up, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I have. Let me know if you've picked it up in the comments and what you think of it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the future.